Check out Finding Mojo with Zana and Nico, the podcast for millennials on the go. This podcast features guests from different walks of life who have wiggled their way into finding success in their chosen fields.
We're trying to find ourselves. We're trying to land our feet on the ground and be part of society. Who are we in society? How can we be useful?
Character development really did start when I cosplayed. You bump into troubles when you're younger, and then you realize, oh, I did wrong.
Get to hear insights on how to navigate the corporate jungle, even life in general.
Put integrity first at all times, no matter what it is that you're doing, because you can never go wrong if you stick to your principles.
I just chose a hobby that I like a lot and I'm passionate about, and then just put your heart into it and then make money out of it.
Finding Mojo with Zana and Nico. Download for free on Spotify. Follow the podcast and stream now.
Hi, welcome to Season 2 in Finding Mojo with Zana and Nico. I'm so glad to be back here in the studio, and we have Nico and Margo today.
Right, this is Season 2 of Finding Mojo with Zana and Nico. We are brought to you by your friends right here at BSA Solutions. And for Season 2, we're switching things a little bit. We are now doing the video format of the show. So it's kind of like a talk show, kind of like a podcast, everything else in between. And it's nice to know that we're now able to do the podcast like in one setting, in one location. Because in the past, we've only been doing it online. So it's good to actually just be in the same room together. We got to talk to our guests. And of course, drawing first blood is a woman who wears so many hats. She's a director, a radio DJ at some point of her life, a businesswoman. Margo Frasco, everybody.
Hi guys, how are you?
So Margo, tell us more about yourself. I know that we both have the passion for music and the arts. How did this, where did this come from? Was this something from your childhood? Was music a very big part of the family in your framework? Tell us more.
Funny thing is that we don't have that talent. My family cannot sing, or let me just put it myself. I cannot sing and I cannot dance. But I remember when I was growing up, I love television and I love movies. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they're out of this world. They're different from their normal life. And the way I see theater or film at that age and even until now, it's like being in a different realm. Like you can be someone that you're not in reality. Okay. So it's like taking yourself out and being someone else and experience that lifestyle. So I've always wanted to be in that part of the world. And actually that's what I went to school for, is theater and theater arts back home. So then when I finally moved here, I saw a lot of people performing on the streets. Like I would see them dancing, I would see them rehearsing just on the curbside. And I was thinking, like, how come we don't have a community or an area where the less fortunate can actually go to and rehearse and hone their talents? And then I asked around, and there are studios where you can rent. Then I asked, like, how much? It was too expensive, and from what I've heard, it wasn't as conducive, it wasn't as maybe that nice looking or that comfortable. So I created the studio that we have now.
Okay, you said you don't sing, you don't dance.
Oh gosh, no.
Okay,
I pray every day that I do.
I'm hoping we have like video evidence at some point.
No,
you may have been singing or
dancing.
dancing.
I don't believe Margo.
I know.
To say that, right?
I know, like,
because to me is every Filipino can sing.
Oh
I'm
my
not sure about
gosh.
dancing, but every Filipino can sing.
I can't.
There has
I'm
to
like
be,
the
like,
1%.
Even a little bit.
Yes.
I've worked with you, Nikolai, and it's a good thing that you were not in the same booth I was when I was in, because you'd be so upset.
But it's amazing how you're not being able to sing and you're not being able to dance, you're still able to contribute to the scene in whatever way you can. Since you cannot sing, since you cannot dance, let's bring everyone together to a place where I can just listen to you guys.
You know,
I can see you guys perform.
It's
That's
true.
Awesome.
It's true. I'm a frustrated singer and a dancer. Like, I go to the studio and I see somebody, they're just rehearsing, and it puts a smile on my face. Like, I just love it how they have that talent. And then I see them, like, there was that one time somebody was rehearsing. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so good, madam. Like, I was talking to this older lady. She's so great. She goes, yeah, she's my daughter. I'm like,
Wow.
see, it carries from from generations to generation. And I'm like, we don't have that. So I guess that's the reason why I truly, truly appreciate it, because it's something that I don't have.
Question: When you were still in your formative years, you were in the States, right?
Yes.
Did you get to watch a lot of the Pinoy movies where they break out into song, they go to the beach and have a dance number? Did you see those kind of movies, the FPJ movies?
I remember coming back here.
Yeah.
I mean, whenever school was out, and then I'd always turn on Channel 3.
Yeah.
So, and then there was always like the old way of like the old movies before, and I thought it was like, oh my gosh, I had more fun watching those old movies compared to the new movies now. And then even they have like the talk shows, and I was like, oh my God, these people, they're great, their talent is amazing.
The reason why I asked that question is because I realized, like years after, that we followed the Bollywood format. I don't know if you realize that. The Bollywood format.
I didn't know. Like, I haven't seen your old movies.
You should watch them. Like it's funny. Like the conversations are like blah 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 blah, and then you're like, oh yay, let's go to the beach. And then when you go to the beach, everyone's dancing.
Everyone's dancing.
Everyone's dancing. It's the same song, and then the artista will sing.
There will be like Bollywood, the old Bollywood movies.
Yes.
There will be like the fight, and it goes like gdush, dush.
And then they
like
dance,
that?
and then
You are giving her ideas.
and then they
that
dance,
lie.
and then they break into song. That's like I
but
realized.
that's
Oh my
Bollywood.
God!
But that's the old Bollywood. But Bollywood has moved on to
Right.
quite
But I
different
realized,
things
like
now.
in the 90s, that was, or 80s, actually more like the 90s, that was the format we actually followed.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
I just realized.
Nicola, you're
haven't
giving her an idea. The next time we're going to see each other, it's going to be at the beach.
Dancing.
I have a feeling there's going to be a stage on the
Dancing at
beach.
the beach.
I'm pretty sure I can like sing on my own, bring a guitar, but not everyone's gonna sing along to it, and not everyone's gonna dance into like the same song, unless you're doing a TikTok dance.
Oh yeah, no, even that I passed.
Because that's like the common denominator now. If you play like a very popular TikTok song, if everyone knows the moves, everyone's gonna dance to it. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe Zana should, have a little dance
Have a
sample
go.
in the future.
The employees are doing that too. You gotta check our videos, man.
Wow. Wow, multiverse here.
We have to move on with the generation. Right. Yeah.
I
So-
think I'm 1 decade behind.
Yeah, so if you can't beat them, join them.
Right.
So you
That's
have
true.
to join
That's
the Gen
true.
Z.
Okay.
Catch
I'm
up a
gonna
little
start.
bit. Catch up a little bit.
Yeah. So your passion now turns into a production. Like you have a company called MDF Production, and it's called The Core. You call it The Core. Tell me a bit more about that.
So MDF is basically my acronym. And then the core, it's Calm Oneself Release Energy.
Oh,
So it's an acronym,
that is
actually.
sweet.
Yeah.
Calm oneself, release energy.
Yeah. So I believe, and then also I have a few of friends from singing and dancing. Everything comes from your center, from your core. So, and everything else in life, our heart is the center, which is the core of our body. So the passion to it, it comes from the heart, comes from the center. You have to center yourself. So you got to calm yourself. And then once calming yourself, then you can release that positive energy.
That is.
Yeah, that is. But I do believe you can find calmness in arts, in theaters. Like people who have problems, let's say, expressing themselves. You'll be surprised when you put them on stage.
Yes.
They can express themselves really well.
Yes.
Not their self, but for them, it's a platform for them to release that inner
Correct.
energy that they can't express anywhere else.
Yeah.
And this is a fact. A lot of theater actors, when they switch to TV, they become like huge stars because, theater brings in a different flavor. I know there's like
Yes.
TV acting, there's theater acting,
Yes.
so there's a big difference.
Huge difference.
Huge
yes.
difference, right?
Yes,
Can
definitely.
you like give us a more detailed answer to that? What's the difference between
Well-
theater acting and then TV acting?
Theater acting, you're away from your audience, so that overacting portion actually comes into play. You have to express yourself in larger moves, basically. When you're in, and everything is live. You can't, like, if you mess up, you gotta be quick on your toes, quick on your feet to ad-lib and to catch yourself, even with your co-actors. If you're in the film, you can always say cut. Both fields are difficult. The main differences are is that when you're in film, you make a mistake, you can cut and redo it over again.
Plenty of time to redo.
Yes, and then it's more of just a natural movement because everything is captured. So if you're going to do big movements, then it's completely overacting, it's captured into the camera. But in theater, you have to overexert. You have to, bigger moves because your audience is far from you.
I remember Gary Valenciano. You know him before. Do you know Gary Valenciano? He's like a very popular singer here in the country. Okay, I'm just telling you. Anyway, so
I know Elias Salonga. That's
Gary V is like a total performer. He sings, he dances.
Yes.
But around the 80s, he would wear those things with shoulder pads.
Yes.
Is that the right term?
Yeah,
shoulder pads.
Shoulder
Yeah, shoulder
pads.
pads.
And he's a guy, right? But then apparently he wears that so that the people far away can actually see the movements.
Of
Movements
his
of the
shoulders.
shoulders.
Yeah, of the shoulders to accentuate what he actually does. Kind of like what they do in theater.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. Going back to your question on that, Zana, was that you were mentioning about people releasing their energy on stage or becoming something different on stage. It's like actually, as a performer, you're actually taking them outside whatever they're going through. It's like, I believe entertainers have a huge responsibility in entertaining others. Like, for example, like songs, Nikolai, you're a singer. It's like, if somebody is feeling sad, they can really relate to that. They adapt themselves to that. Into the movies, not everybody likes all movies. So I believe it's how you feel at that certain moment. That's the reason why you delve into that kind of music or you watch this kind of movie. So I think as an entertainer, you really have a huge responsibility on your community and to the society because you're helping them maybe discover themselves or put them into the right place or giving them good ideas or.
I think, theater, one thing, I've watched theaters in foreign languages and I didn't understand a word of what they're saying, but I could cry.
Yes.
I could cry. I
Yes.
could laugh with it because it's the action itself,
Yes.
or the tonation of the language, even not knowing what it means, is actually touch. It's quite touchy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have context clues every now and then the gestures and everything. You get kind of like wrapped up with the emotions that are being put out there. It's not only is it a visual experience, it's something that you have to immerse yourself into to finally understand. The thing is, here in Cebu, since we don't have a lot of theater productions, not a lot of us get to experience all these unless you go to Manila and watch theater productions.
Very true. Very, very true. And I think that's what we're trying to maybe change the scene here in Cebu, is that to appreciate every form of arts. You were right. Like a lot of 99% of Filipinos are great singers and great dancers, and that 1%, which I'm included, that don't have that talent but yet still appreciate it. But unfortunately, we still need to educate the less fortunate, or that this is how it goes into theater. This is how it is in entertainment. Nothing is that easy to educate. So you got to teach the people out there that this is entertainment.
Is that your dream for the core?
Actually, yes. I want to give the artist a platform where they can be themselves. Actually, the studio it's a black box, basically. I have the whole entire place. I have the curtains, the walls, the windows covered into
Yeah,
black.
I've been there, I think twice or thrice. Yeah, I realized that. Yes, it's all black.
Yeah, it's all black. So I'm always advocating, like, if you guys want to come in here and just, zone out, go ahead. Like, just be in here and cry. Like, if you need a place to, be yourself, or just think on yourself. Just, you can use this place. I don't care how you use it. You've got a place to go, and just, express yourself. Even if it's just by yourself and you just want to read a book, go ahead. Because I wish that we had that more places here where you can actually just go and be yourself and just not really,
Without having to pay a
yeah,
lot of money, and
Yeah.
everyone or anyone
yes,
with talents,
Yes.
can actually go there, or without talent.
yes, or without
People like
talent.
me without seeing dancing talent
Yes.
can actually watch people with,
Yes, and that's what I've always advocated that studio, is that it's not just a performing studio. It's basically just a room where you can just enjoy yourself, bring a bean bag or something, or anything, and or watch a movie or something, bring something, and just relax and chill here.
This thing that you're doing right now it's driven by something like really deep in your heart. What is that?
I really love the arts. Like, I feel like, Zana, before, when I was really watching a movie, like, it really helped me just away from anything I was thinking at that moment. It helped me just to be in the movie. Whatever I was going through that part of my life, or even when I was younger, it's inevitable. We have our ups and downs, So it's like, whatever I was going through that moment, entertainment always helped me. Like, the songs helped me, the movies helped me, the television shows helped me. And it just took me out of whatever I was going through, even for that 1 hour or 1 hour and a half. So I hope that I can bring that here as well. And that's basically why I created that studio.
You can tell that Margo just lives in the moment. I can really feel it.
And that's an artist.
Right,
Artists does
exactly.
live in the moment.
Exactly.
Well, every minute counts of the day, and we will never gain that minute again. There's always the ups and downs, of course, in a business, no? But then they always say that failure is the enlightenment, and enlightenment is the victory. So,
Yeah,
Man.
it is.
Man, so many quotable quotes.
Yeah.
You better if you just read that, you stop at that point, write it down, put it on Facebook. Margo, so yeah, apart from MDF, the core by MDF Productions, I'm pretty sure you have a lot of projects in the pipeline. What else do you have in mind?
Right now we just finished with the Rosquillos Festival.
In Liloan.
In Liloan.
Yeah.
Right now we're coming up, the Pasigarbo sa Sugbo is coming up in August. So these are the ones that's actually keeping me busy right now. And I'm very proud to say that I think we mentioned this before, that every LGU has a different theme.
Right.
So that's 50 or 51 LGU that comes up with different types of ideas promoting their local government unit.
So Liloan is Rosquillos.
Yes.
What?
You've got, oh my gosh, please don't quote on me. Consolacion, you got the Sarok Festival. Talisay, the Lechon Festival. Lechon, but I think there's another one, Karkar, they have it. My goodness, I'm zoning out. But every LGU has a different types of festival.
Rosquillos, did it start in Liloan?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, I like to say that it was my great-grandmother that actually started that pioneering more than 100 years ago, 117 years ago.
It's perfect with coffee. It's perfect for any time of the day. Yeah, I think we need to throw in one question for you, because here at BSA Solutions, this is where great minds meet, or the best minds meet. We want to, of course, address the younger crowd, those who are actually looking for their first job, or maybe they want to go for maybe a different location, maybe a new space. They want to check us out here. Now, what's the best advice you can give everyone? Oh, viewers this time.
Viewers.
Right. You're very passionate about all your interests, be it music, arts, theater or what have you.
And Margo is also an entrepreneur.
Right.
Margo is a business owner.
She's also a business owner.
Margo is a CEO. Margo is everything.
A director.
in one. Director.
Jeez.
Well,
So
it's
basically,
GM.
master at nothing.
No, we call it work-life balance.
There you are. I love it. You
Right
gotta balance
on.
everything.
Right on. Now, since you're very passionate about all these interests, now what's a good advice you can give everyone about how to pursue all these things in the advent of social media? You know, this digital age where so much information is given to you at any given time. Like, how do you juggle, or how do you find time to like pursue all these interests while being swarmed with so many things?
Well, basically, you just gotta push yourself. You know, you gotta keep that dream big and just keep floating on it. It's not gonna happen overnight. It's gonna take a few years probably, or a few months to even achieve anything. But basically, if you really want to happen, if you want it to happen, you just have to continue. You can't just say, you know what, I can't do this, or somebody already started doing this. No, but this is you. This is your dream. So if you don't believe in your dream, how is it going to happen? And it's not going to happen overnight again. You're going to have to work hard for it. And nothing can ever happen without, unfortunately, money. So first you got to find that capital. You make sure you have that money. You have to invest in that money. You're investing that into your business or into your passion. And
Or into yourself.
Into yourself. I mean, you gotta, love yourself before you love others, or you gotta love yourself before you have to create anything. Just believe in yourself and believe in that dream that you have, because eventually it will come true. Maybe it's not gonna last. Find another one. Don't stop. If you fall off that horse, get back on it again. And I'm telling you, 90% of the time, something will happen where you're gonna doubt yourself that, my goodness, am I ever going to take this? Is this going to even succeed? Or just go for it. I'm sure Zana, and I know myself, I know for sure there was a moment in my life where I was like, is this really going to happen? Is this even going to happen? Is this even going to succeed? Creating something is always easy. Maintaining it is the hard part. So once you have it, how do you maintain that? You can create into anything, of course, but then how do you make it last? So I think that's the part where everybody tends to forget that, yeah, I can create something immediately, but how is this going to last? 1 year, 2 years, 3 years? That's where the business actually goes down. But if you make it last 7 years, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, you've got a business right there.
Yeah. And I think it's also, it's to add to Margo's, right? It's about to start something, it has to start with the best intention.
Yes.
It's all about your intention.
Correct.
It can't be selfish. It's not something you do for, this is what I want, this is what I like, no, it was just like, what are you doing this for? For who are you doing this for?
Yes.
That actually is your passion,
So
right?
true.
So for Margo, it was, am I right to say that you want to see people, you want to see the artists, you want to give equal opportunity for everyone who has talent to become an artist and have the platform to do so.
Very true. Very true. And, like, the studio is basically not earning, I tell you that. But it earns so much happiness. It earns so much memory. To be selfish for 1 second, it fulfills my heart. Like, it makes me so happy just sitting there and somebody's actually honing their talent. Somebody's enjoying themselves once they step in, and they're just having fun. They're all over the place. They're running around. They're being themselves. That right there is already enough for me. Like, I'll find a way to compensate it in monetary wise, but then the intangible part, overwhelming.
I agree to that, Margo. My biggest reward doing BSA is when I see someone, actually they get a pay rise, right?
Yes.
Like they get a pay rise from their clients and it was like big pay rise and go like, that's your hard work, you deserve that. That's
correct.
I love seeing the happiness in their faces. I like seeing, it changed something in their life. I like seeing someone who joined BSA, not confidence of themselves, you know, like introvert, doesn't want to speak with anyone. And then after a year here, they become a social butterfly.
Yes.
They get so much confidence in themselves
So true.
because they actually achieve, they prove themselves to themselves that they can actually do it. And that's for me the biggest reward. It's beat everything, you know, money in the bank or whatever, you know, it's just, that's what my intention in the very beginning
Yes.
is, to see people gain that independence, gain that confidence, and then go like, once you have that, no one can take that away from you.
It's just like education. No one
No one
ever
can take that away from you.
No.
And
not
you,
at all.
once you achieve that level, you can do anything.
Yes.
Once you get past the hurdle, and then, you know, constant correct practice makes perfect, and that's when you find your mojo.
Correct.
And that's how you end the show, everybody. Margo Frasco, thank you
Frasco,
so
thank
much
you, Margo.
Thank you
for
so
joining
much.
us in the first episode of season 2 of Finding Mojo with Zana and Nico. This is, of course, brought to you by your friends from BSA Solutions. We are a great place to work for 2023. We'll catch
Place where the best minds meet.
you. There you go. We're going to catch you in the next episode. See ya. Bye.
See you. Bye.
Check out Finding Mojo with Zana and Nico, the podcast for millennials on the go. This podcast features guests from different walks of life who have wiggled their way into finding success in their chosen fields.
We're trying to find ourselves. We're trying to land our feet on the ground and be part of society. Who are we in society? How can we be useful?
Character development really did start when I cosplayed. You bump into troubles when you're younger, and then you realize, oh, I did wrong.
Get to hear insights on how to navigate the corporate jungle, even life in general.
Put integrity first at all times, no matter what it is that you're doing, because you can never go wrong if you stick to your principles.
I just chose a hobby that I like a lot and I'm passionate about, and then just put your heart into it and then make money out of it.
Finding Mojo with Zana and Nico. Download for free on Spotify. Follow the podcast and stream now